as Christians, we're called to be stewards of the earth. And when it comes to the climate crisis, the world is in a Kairos moment, a time when humanity will either act and help the earth start healing or not. And so here's a reflection from Ray DAmbrosio on an aspect of how we can participate in the healing of creation's brokenness.
I am, and for many years have been a fan of Mel Brooks movies. I really love the occasional dose of unbridled silliness that I think we need in our lives to sometimes provide some emotional protection from the doom and gloom that we see plenty of. While some of his comedy hasn't aged terribly well, some of it is, in my opinion, timeless. My favorite movie is History of the World Part 1, where in 90 minutes he summarizes the process of human civilization from the dawn of human intelligence to the French Revolution. And in the midst of this, there's one short sketch that shows Brooks dressed as Moses coming down from the mountain, carrying 3 stone tablets. And he comes down and says, "My people, the Lord Jehovah has given unto you these 15. Crash, and he drops one of the tablets and destroys it. Oi, 10 commandments for all to obey. Cracks me up every time. So over many years of teaching Sunday school, I have brought this scene up several times to my student friends, and I've asked them, if there actually were 15 commandments instead of 10, what do you imagine the other 5 would be? And if you've ever taught children, you can imagine that you hear many suggestions of all sorts and sizes. But one topic that seems to come up in some flavor or another every time is caring for the earth. I looked it up. When God, gave the earth to us in Genesis, he said, the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. But for some reason, that didn't make it through into the commandments. A moment for a needless disclaimer. I have no authority to write commandments. That said, I trust and pray that the Lord won't smite me for suggesting the wording for one. So I have written, thou shalt care for the land, sea and sky, and all the creatures who live there. Reap only as you must, and restore what you consume. So pretending for just a moment that this makes the list as one of the 15, now what? I suggest the following. On the reaping side, reap only as you must. Save energy. Any energy you don't consume takes nothing from the earth. Eat less meat. Meat reaps a lot. You have to reap a lot to feed a cow. Reusable alternatives keep you from reaping at all. Paperless, save a tree. Renewable energy, that way you're sort of simultaneously restoring and reaping as you go, and recycling and reusing the same. And in the category of restoring, again, sort of mixed together, grow your own produce. You are simultaneously reaping and restoring as you go. Donating unused items puts that which you have already reaped back into the system and allows someone else to consume it without reaping. And I think those are all sort of small things that we can do personally, but there's a whole bunch of things that we have to do in the larger sense as a community, as a society. And most of those manifest for us as voting. Vote for the preservation of natural spaces, vote for restoration of ecosystems as we have consumed them. And probably most apropos for our generation now is vote for reductions in fossil fuel infrastructure that we can replace with renewable infrastructure. And with that, I will leave suggestions for the other 4 imaginary commandments to you. Have a good day.